Hello everybody, Agion here, another great Goo Replay. Spawning the left side as the human player, we have Asso, A-S-S-O, Asso? Guess that's how you say it. And over on the top right side, we have Parture. And also as a human, probably I should mention that. Let's see, nothing too interesting. We've got a triple refinery opening. And it looks like, I'm not exactly it's been a while since I last played, but it looks like this is usually the standard opening now, 3 refinery. We do got, well actually we only have a 2 refinery opening here. Over here we have a third, and it's placed here, so once this one's complete then this one will start to build. Beginning scouts, this scout is quite passive, this one's a bit more assertive, trying to see where his opponent is. But you can tell he's not here, he could be here or here. Since it's a 2v2 map, the far spawns will probably make this into a much longer game. If it was a close spawn, there would be a lot of fighting throughout the game in the center area. But over here, it probably result into a lot of what's it called, eco-based game. Yep, this refinery starting to build, and this is probably going to be a bit of a long game. It looks like nobody's going too aggressive. I'm probably going just to fast forward maybe a minute. Let's see where it takes us. And it takes us to more eco. Fourth refinery. Both sides contend with just eco. Looks like the scouts did have a bit of a shooting fest. Looks like the yellow scout, the southern scout, no, that's the northern scout, did a bit more damage. But the southern scout, not so much. Let's see. I always get confused with the like minimap is green and blue, while the colors is white and orange. Oh well. And looks like we got a lot of conduit wire. Got 4 factories coming down. Over here we have 2 factories coming down and a 5th refinery. So we're going to see a slight variation in builds. Here, starting now. Let's see. With 4 factories, I would say aggression. That's pretty much it. Field control, perhaps then eventually later on. We are going to see a tank and air attachment. Perhaps we're going to see some. Also looks like there's going to be revolvers and maybe Gladys. Perhaps a scout or 2. Flying scout. We got dual extractor here, which will cause it to drain out a little bit faster, but it will give them an economic advantage. It looks like got additional war factories being built, 6 in total, and overall, wow. Let's see. Looks like he just single built a revolver each, perhaps just for this is going to be a harassment force. Got tank and air attachment also. Looks like probably going to be a scout or maybe Gladys or Valence. We do got a scout coming out. 2 scouts? Yeah, it looks like 2 scouts. I can see that. This map is very hilly, and this will allow to get as much scouting information possible. Plus, it's a quite large map, seems a 2v2 map. Over here, we got 2 scouts also. Quite a bit different build order, but ultimately the same destination. Looks like we got 2 more tank factories coming up. Looks like he's teleporting this one. Conduit cross, interesting. Oh, he looks like he wants to build out this direction. And just a bit more eco. Looks like he's actually his economy is full. You can see the boom full thing happens. So he has capital to spend, which he should spend. No tech upgrades just yet. We do got a scout here, and we do got a harassment force of revolvers coming out. As I adjust myself in my chair, we do got a scout here, but it looks like he will not see this harassment force. That is actually relatively big. Will he go around, or will he break through the barriers? Probably around. Breaking through these barriers takes quite a bit of time. We do have a single trident here for defense, but that's not going to do much. We do got a Gladys and some revolvers here. Is that how you say? I always say Gladys. I think Gladys, yeah. I say it's... For some reason I think of Portal. Aperture science. Oh, teleporter. That's actually a pretty fast teleporter. We do got 2 large war factors here with artillery and air attachment. Looks like bombers. That's what you need for bombers, so very nice. Let's see. Now this is where the build's definitely going to be changed. You can see 6 Lancers are being built, and they'll be put in the teleporter. And if you can get a quick snipe on the core, that would be massive, because it would depower everything, making me vulnerable to everything. You got revolvers coming in. A nice pick here, killing the 2 revolvers quite as soon as possible. Even the Gladys, they're being defeated one by one. You can see the ones that are in blue are the ones inside the bush, the ones in red are the ones outside the bush. He's going to hit the extractor, and he will get it, which will delay the mining. He probably should pull back these 3 revolvers back into the bush. Huh. That's sort of in the bush, even though it's not in the bush. You got a scout over here. We got the Lancers coming in. The 6 Lancers will be loaded up. Will he immediately... Wait, revolvers? Oh, it was a mistake. I guess he, should maybe select the revolvers also, but we should see a teleport soon. He does see the anti-heavy sentinel, but that's nothing. Oh, here we go. The teleport is coming in. Perhaps he could focus on the core quickly, or he could focus down the, or the turret. They're focusing down as much as they can. It's down to 10, and it's almost dead, and it is dead. The entire base is now depowered, but can he capitalize on this? There's a large number of revolvers still already built, and they should be able to clean up these Lancers, though actually seeing they have 6 armor instead of 3, and they deal 5 damage over times 3, so they only do, with 3 penetration, so they only do 2 damage per hit, or 6 damage per volley. Now they should be able to clean this up. He did destroy one of the refineries. That's actually relatively valuable, and delays all this mining time. That's a huge thing, and production. But this core will be rebuilt soon. He has nothing to really follow it up, so it's more of just a big harassment, but he needs to either rapidly expand or be aggressive and attack the base, but neither is happening right now. I don't see any more extractors. I don't see any more attack. So it's actually ultimately, is it largely not worth it due to the fact that, well, it did nothing? Sure, he destroyed a refinery. He is actually delaying additional refining time. Oh wait, the teleporter's already backed up. And the core is coming back up. I don't think he'll be able to get the core down this time. There's just a lot of units already available. The Lancers are now fully charged up, so they're doing maximum damage. And he actually will get the core and continue stalling his opponent, but he's not making any ground. He did get another refinery, but he needs more. His opponent knows that his opponent has a teleporter. Well, he knows that the southern player has a teleporter. Knows that Asso has a teleporter, or Parture can't really send out his arm. He needs to defend his core so he doesn't get removed again. But he's still actually sitting in a very powerful position with actually an ground army. His opponent, not so much. He is going to build some more factories now, but he looks like more economy. He has, in comparison, let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extractors versus a 5. There was a 7th one, but even when this is powered up, these 3 are going to be delayed. We don't see any technology. So he needs to get a conduit wire at least right here now. Conduit wire is cheap, but get these things powered up as soon as possible. 105? I think he's building... No, he's not building a refinery. He's poorly managing his economy. He's building too much, he needs more economy. Minus 100 is not what you want. And And Parture needs to build a conduit wire here or here. He needs to get this stuff powered up. He needs the economy now. There he goes. Oh, he teleported. That works, and leaves behind a conduit cross. So now I would actually say Parture's still in a better position. He's also getting another refinery and going to be built right there. The Lancer teleports ultimately didn't really do much. He still is way behind in economy, and his production's still slow. I mean, he's poorly managing his economy at minus 55. That's just way too large of a draw. He needs to, well, expand. He missed an opportunity to mass expand. Say, put another extractor here. Perhaps he take his revolvers, hit the debris over here, hit the vents, and get the nice income. Get this one over here, even over here. While his opponent has, well, a little bit oversaturation right there, but it won't. It will only harm it in the long run. For now, he'll get his nice, valuable economy rolling. There's this force of revolvers here, but there is a force of revolvers actually heading out. There should be another Lancer teleport coming up. Yes, he has enough for a teleport of Lancers. Best thing he probably could do is engage with this revolver force, draw the enemy away, then hit the core again, and then try to hit a refinery too. It may be worth it just to avoid the core and hit the refinery. The core has 15 armor, so it has a substantial amount of armor. While these refineries only have 6 armor, and if he could rip apart these refineries in no time, looks like he's going to put the Lancers down. He may get the core this time, but there's a huge revolver force here. Yes, he does get the core again down, but he needs to hit the structures. Ultimately, if it just slows down the game, it's not really accomplishing that much. Oh, looks like this teleporter is filled with Gladys. He needs Lancers or something else. But I would honestly say hitting the core is really not doing that much. While it denies the mining time, is still not accomplishing much. His opponent still has a huge army, and he, well, now does have a bit of an army, but needs to be combined with assault. Deploy the teleporter once he's actually have a large engagement going on to snipe all production and power in an economy. But honestly, it's just not doing that much. He needs to. I'm probably going around in circles. Get economy, get production. It delays his opponent, but only delays him. He's still in a much better position overall. This force is being routed in one by one. He is going to engage, but he needs to get multiple units inside the bush, else you lose vision of the bush. There we go. Looks like he's Q moving. I think he is heading over there to make sure there's no refinery. Even though his core was sniped 3 times now, I would still say Parture is still in a better position. Oh, let's see what's next. Does he have, he still have the Gladys and Lancers in there, which may be a good flanking force, like, when he starts the engagement, teleport them into a location behind the force and flank them. That may be a good idea for the teleporter right now, but maybe the technology, the research for having a Sentinel stay remain with power even though they are cut off from any power lines. That may be a good idea to the fact that he likes to snipe that power core. Looks like we do got this refinery down. Oh, that must have been right there. I could have sworn there's going to be bombers coming out of this, but he's continually building revolvers. We do got a tank attachment. The scout will see this force moving through the center. This nice bush force will repel that assault. He has units in this bush himself. One of the Gladys are peeking out. He probably should move back this force completely into the bush, or attack. That's another possibility. There's a large number of revolvers here, but the Gladys can move and shoot. It allows them to get that initial shot off. Ultimately, I would say the trades are relatively even in costs. Though he did lose the entire revolver army, he still has plenty of time to rebuild a force. He is planning to send out a counterattack down this direction, which is also another possibility. The revolvers in here would get a first strike advantage from the bush, which may actually make these Gladys probably lose. Now there's a number of revolvers here. They're not at the edge of the bush, so they don't get a big first strike advantage. But these revolvers should clean up these Gladys. We got a force coming down the center. We got a counterattack force coming down here. It looks like they're going to actually split up. I think he said move here. Or maybe he did split them up himself. I mean, a bush force here would be pretty nice. I haven't seen that teleporter just yet. Looks like it's still loaded up with the same units. Oh, nope. Looks like it's just maybe a routing error. These units are not all firing. He could have actually got a lot of these units dead. Though he did end up with a nice concave in the end. We got this counterattack force coming in. We got ultimately a very large flank coming forward also. Oh, we got the teleport coming in, but there's a substantial army already here. Honestly, I would say this will go in favor of the orange player, Parture. Yeah, that teleport was probably a bit too premature. Lancers are not exactly great versus units. Unless you get the railgun upgrade, then they can be used against units a bit more readable or prevalent. What's the word? I can't really think of the word I'm looking for at the moment. We do got a force of Gladys coming up. It'll probably to intercept these force of revolvers. And ultimately still the basic armies from both sides. We do got a refinery not being utilized, could place it down. He's actually at plus 46 economy, so his economy has improved, but he just limited down his production, as in he has pretty much no production at the moment. Which is actually a significant problem. In fact, there's 2 refineries he could place down extractors. His opponent's constantly expanding. There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 extractors. So the northern player is still in a much better position. Minus 128. Oh, that's because he's building a couple refineries. And we do got this force here. It's going to cut off the economy for a time of these in this area. Got to be careful of this highly explosive harvester. There we go. You do got a force over here trying to intercept the extractors. There's a bit of defense force, but ultimately the attacking force is much greater. There is a group of howitzers coming out. That's actually a good idea. Howitzers are very effective versus the revolver, since they're a small target and they're still pretty good versus Gladys. Here we go. We got our howitzers coming up. Nice barrage doing some massive damage. Another barrage coming in. Once again doing a massive amount of damage. And those howitzers are probably one of the more valuable units at the moment. You could actually place the howitzers inside the teleporter, and once he understands where the angle of engagement is by his opponent, he can just quickly teleport in a preferred position. In case, like, so the howitzers can be protected from any flanking attacks. We do got an attack coming up. Looks like these revolvers are actually outside the bush. They probably should have been pulled back into the bush. And ultimately, there's another force coming up. I would say it would be actually even trade. He's actually focusing down the revolvers. If you notice that's pretty good micro. But then reinforcements start showing up, and the bush advantage helps sway the favor to the northern player. We do got actually finally got catalyst events start being cleared up. Looks like the extractors over here have not been replaced, but it looks like all of his extractors are placed down, so that is fine. His opponent's sending out attack, but there looks like there's going to be a cutoff. Well, whether you realize it or not, he's going to cut off the force and perhaps come up from the behind. Howitzers are also going to fly in. Doesn't the mines also reveal the inside the bushes, if I remember correctly? Because they're sensor mines. Looks like this force needs to stop engaging the extractors to hit the force over here. The howitzers doing a great amount of damage. 2 Gladys going to come around for a flank. Very nice. But they're a bit too slow for a flank. But then now there's a force coming up, a reinforcement force. We'll take out the howitzers. This battle could go this way, I want to say, but it's hard to really tell. It's based on focus firing and how. Because oh, here we go. We got a very small reinforcement force, a very delayed. Might as well not have used a teleporter like that. That was a very interesting teleporter usage. These Gladys here could start destroying these rocks if they would like. We do got reinforcements coming up. Let's see, we've got a huge. Let's see, nothing's really changed. He could go for what's it called? An Avatar, if I remember correctly, what the super unit is. He does have a healthy amount of economy to support it, and that could be a trump card to officially win the game. Looks like 2 of these extractors are down. He needs to get them replaced. I think they may have been here. Oh, there was one here. They need to get those extractors replaced, or else he's losing on economy. We do have harvesters gain stealth. That can be decent. It's more effective for harassing forces. This is straight up attacking force where the extractors is more in jeopardy than the harvesters. And repair over time. That's always nice to have for in between engagements. Well, we've got some more howitzers. Howitzers are very effective for pretty much all targets, except for aircraft. He placed an extractor there himself? That's interesting. He even has extractors here. Jeez, how many refineries does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? 13 refineries. He knows how to play the game. The more you eco, the more you can produce. The more you produce, the more you can eco. We got attack here. He needs to get these units into the bush. reinforcing comes forward. It's a bit of a nice concave at the moment, and he's actually doing quite a bit of damage. That concave really screwed the Parture in that engagement. What? He even placed on extractors here? Jeez, he's... Okay, I know this. Is there more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17 extractors on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I see 16 extractors. Jeez. I must really miscount earlier, because that's just absurd. He should go for an avatar. Actually, this one's ready. He has all the thing. Yes, he has the avatar in the build queue. He just needs to free a population. It means get his stuff murdered. But he's at both sides are pretty much at population cap. The southern player has been lacking well behind in economy in comparison to his opponent. With this much economy, he could just lay down a crap load of silos, store it up just in case if he needs a fallback amount of resources. Because it's one of the few times where a silo is actually useful. He's maxed out on population, and silos will help assist him in case if he was a bit poor in his economy and management. We got a force over here. The howitzers being cleaned up. I think that's pretty much the majority of howitzers. And there goes the extractor. Wait, his extractor was there of all places? Not here? Or what about the... Oh, Harvester stealth! Harvesters are stealth! That's why he can... These things aren't being harassed, because he doesn't know that they are there! Because they are stealthed harvesters! That's brilliant, actually. Now it doesn't give him away. These harvesters don't give him away. I don't think... Can he actually see that? Yes, he actually does see that, but I don't think he realizes it. That's actually quite brilliant with the stealth harvesters. It allows him to go for more sneaky extractors. And a nice concave prevents this force from going anywhere. This is a very powerful big late game. Well, big game. Let's see. He could stop production slightly to allow him to start building his avatar. An avatar would be devastating. But it takes a long time to build. Note this catalyst field is pretty much gone. He needs to remove pretty much 3 out of the 4. Perhaps maybe place in the center vents. So Asso, or whatever you want to call it, call him, or that his economy's slacking and he's being outproduced. No avatar has been built yet or is building, but at this point he has such a massive amount of economy he doesn't really need him. Once again, a bit of poor what's it called? Macroing by his opponent. He is sitting at plus 24, and he's maxed out on catalysts. He can build units. Only a few factories are being built or building. It's just bad macroing and economy management by the Asso here. Oh, a lot of these refineries are down actually. But he has a substantial economy. He doesn't really need them at the moment. Funneling in units is something you do not want to do. House is getting some free damage, but this force will be overwhelming. He can't lose the army. He's significantly lacking in economy to support building an army. One of his teleporter has junk units in them, so I won't expect that to be any effective. It probably is only good to stop a harassment of a harvester line, but versus an army, it will do nothing. Maybe if it filled up with stealth daggers, then it would start meaning something. But there's a substantial force here. He doesn't really have a blocking force for it. Yeah, this is what looks like the beginning and the end for Asso. Forces are gathering. We do got a large defensive force here now available, which is more than enough to defend against this force. And he actually has howitzers mixed in. I don't agree with the lancers. Lancers, if they're going to be used against units, probably should use that railgun upgrade. Howitzers are a good idea, especially in enough mass numbers to obliterate groups of units. Do got an attack coming over here, but he's did a preemptive strike, and the Bush advantage is actually ripping up apart a lot of his lancers and a lot of units. He actually lost a lot more than he gained. This force might need to pull back and stop. Mr. That's attack ground, or the mines are revealing him. And yet, there's really no decisive winner. Oh wait, the Avatar is definitely building. No, he decided not to build the Avatar. No wait, it's not Avatar, it's Archangel. Why did I think it was Avatar? It's Archangel. I think. I can't remember. It's definitely called an Archangel. Yeah, it has to be an Archangel, not Avatar. Why was I thinking Avatar? What game has the word Avatar? Maybe I'm thinking Command & Conquer, Red Alert? Well, not Red Alert, Tiberium Wars with the Avatar walker units, maybe? But that's the only thing I know that uses the word Avatar. Either way. Oh, looks like we have a building now. A lot of these, holy crap, look at all these extractors not actually harvesting. There's this field's exhausted. He could go into the center, get some of that economy. But this Archangel should finish the game once it comes out in 4 minutes. Got a teleport coming in for reinforcements. Is it filled with junk units? It's a mixed comp force. Not exactly the greatest. Oh, this game's still anybody's game. It all depends how this Archangel plays out. Looks like he is going to go for the center economy now for the catalyst vent plugs. hitting these unused extractors. They ultimately just slow him down. They actually buys him time. Ultimately, they just do nothing at the moment. Oh, he went for the Callus Plug. He lost a large army by the howitzers. There's actually a substantial force by the southern player. He's actually got quite a bit of momentum behind him. This Archangel will come out in 2 minutes 45 seconds, which should be plenty of time. This army's getting quite close to his base. He's actually grouping up. It all depends. This game comes down to, can this Archangel come out in time? There's a force approaching, fast approaching. He needs an artillery line, pretty much. He needs production. He doesn't have economy. He never reestablished his economy. The southern player may actually win this game with such a poor economy in comparison. He has a large force coming down here. If he destroys this factory, the game's pretty much over. Howitzer barrages. There's a huge amount of howitzers here. We've got a teleport coming in. Is it Lancers? No, it's howitzers and some basic units. I think this game's... I can't believe the southern player actually won this game. Looks like the Parture actually left the game. He shouldn't have lost. He sort of threw that game away. He never really established the economy. He could have... Well, he basically needed to reestablish it by these here. That would help his opponent. Not exhausting his resource supplies actually sort of save him. Plus, he mixed in howitzers while his opponent did not. Howitzers were a great option. This was a very interesting end to the game. This is Lord.agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.